everybody. I kind of wonder if some of you are saying, well, what do we have to do to get a weekend away from you, Roger? You might be thinking that, and this is sort of my message in a bottle to you, to let you know that this morning is a little different, but it's different for more than one reason here at worship, okay? Part of the reason, kind of like last week I was talking about, a coin has two sides. Well, a paddle's got two sides, and both sides are important. One side of the paddle this week is the session agreed, you know what, preachers need a rest too. They need a break, so I get a chance to be with family and go to a reunion and have some fun. But equally as important, maybe even more important, is that something else is going on in worship this morning for you that you might miss. It's kind of like the front side of a paddle. Everybody notices that. The back side is designed to do special tasks when you're back paddling or when you're throwing a draw or something like that. And it's just important too. And that back side of the paddle for you today is that you're seeing a truly cooperative effort with worship. Our session is leading worship and assigning parts, and there is a whole group of people that are doing leadership this morning. And that's incredibly important, although it might not seem that way at first. What's important about that is that the entire church world is recognizing that as culture continues to change, as we continue to try to figure out new ways of going about being the church and doing ministry, one of those ways that churches are exploring or having to explore, or some of them refusing to explore, is exactly what's happening this morning for you. It's what I was talking about in the food for thought in the bulletin. I'm not going to go over it again. You can read that at your leisure. But in fact, there was a church long before there was anything called clergy, and there will be a church long after all of us clergy are gone. So how does the church go about being the church? Well, part of that is exactly what you're experiencing this morning. Lisa's going to feed you and bring the message. Every other session member is taking part in worship in some way. And that is a microcosm of what it means to be the body of Christ. And that we all play a part. All of us. Think about me. I'll think about you for sure. And I hope this hour of worship you see the positive of what it is for you. I've got about a mile and a half or so paddle back to the ramp this afternoon, and it's pretty hot where I'm at, so I've got about a half a bottle of water. And you know, I could really gripe and be upset and say, gosh, I've only got a half a bottle of water in 90-degree heat and I've got a mile and a half to go. Or I could say, hey, this water's still cold and I've got a half a bottle and I've only got a mile and a half to go. It's whatever our perception is that really helps us figure out how to beat the challenges. And there are challenges in every church. We're going to spend some time talking about that in the next couple of months, about that, because the whole denomination's talking about it. Most of our churches are small, and all of our churches are having to figure out, how do we greet the future that's coming at us whether we want it to or not. So is the bottle half empty or half full? If you pay attention for the rest of worship, you're going to get a hint, I think. So enjoy. We miss you. Hope you miss us. We'll see you next week. And half full always works. So enjoy the rest of worship. I'll see you when I get home.
I hope that someone gets mine.